I'm Isaiah Herrera, and I'm the Juvenile Justice Director for Youth for Christ Central Valley. And I have my friend Keegan here with me. And Keegan and I actually met at the juvenile institution that we do religious services for. And I'm going to ask him some questions so that way you could kind of hear a little bit of his journey and his story. So, what are some bullet point things, what kind of got you to that place when we met at the juvenile hall?
I would say a dysfunctional home. My house, from what I thought, wasn't as bad as someone from the outside looking in would see, but there were things such as verbal and physical abuse, not necessarily towards me, but just in the environment, and just a lot of toxicity and gang involvement and things of that nature.
When you got into the juvenile institution, did you have any interest in Jesus at all, or kind of where were you at there at that moment?
I went in with the attitude that I was just going to serve my time and get out. And I was open to any type of help or seeking whatever I can while there. And meeting Jesus was something on my list.
You were looking at some serious time and the journey that you just spent in there. Do you see that God kind of had his hand on all of that?
Yes, because in the most desperate or the moments where people would lose faith the most, I think he always reassured me that things were going to go the way I was working for them to go.
And when you heard about YFC, or the church people, the kids call us in there, what was your first reaction? What was your first encounter with YFC people?
I started talking to a volunteer, and he was just guiding me through the steps of what his goals were and the way that he had God working in his life. And I more or less took it as an opportunity just to talk to someone. But as he was sharing his journey and the way that things were working out with him and his experiences, I kind of drifted towards the way that he was living, I guess you could say, in a way. And he showed me that our relationship was a lot deeper than just someone to talk to. He actually made it to my grandfather's funeral, who passed away while I was incarcerated.
And when did it become personal for you? Last year in November, you were still incarcerated, and we baptized you. You're one of the first ones that we baptized in there. So when did it become personal, where it was your relationship with Christ?
I couldn't pinpoint exactly, but I do remember just feeling a sense of hope from talking and speaking with Youth for Christ volunteers. And I always just tried my best I think I'd realize it the most whenever I tried my best to speak life into the other youth that I was incarcerated with, by guiding them away from trouble and more onto a straight path, even though they didn't see it that way sometimes.
Yeah. What about your release? So you were released back in May, and it kind of all happened so fast. We kind of felt that, I know felt that. It was oh my gosh, I'm going home. When you got released, what are some of the supports and things that you felt that we were able to provide for you?
A lot of support. You guys helped me in a lot of ways, just having people to talk to. You showed me that our relationship was further than just inside of the four walls. And when I got out, I was able to reach out for help. And the first day I was out, one of the Youth for Christ volunteers came to my house just to show me that, hey, we will be a part of your life outside of the hall, and we are willing to work with you. And some of my best friends now. I mean, two of you guys have really made an impact on my life, and you guys helped me with getting my license, getting my permit, just staying on my feet, keeping a positive mindset, and even with employment, you guys really helped me out in that situation as well, just keeping me on the right track.
What would you tell any of the kids that maybe you left behind at the juvenile hall, or that you might know that are still incarcerated? What would you tell those kids? Would you give them any advice?
Yeah, I would tell them that don't even stress being there right now. Take full advantage of your time, because I did that. I went in with 10 high school credits as a junior, graduated as a senior with 50 more than I needed, and pursued half of my college associate degree while inside, and built amazing relationships. And it's all possible. You just have to take advantage of the time, and don't think that everyone you're connected with in there you're gonna have to leave there when you leave, because Youth for Christ will support you when you get out.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Keegan, for your time. Thank you for being a friend to me and for allowing us to be a part of your journey.
No, yeah. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for the guiding, the mentoring, and just the friendship.
If you're thinking about giving or getting involved, there's lives still to be changed just like Keegan's, and we want you to play a part in that. So whether it's financially, whether it's volunteering, whether it's praying for us as we go out and do God's work that He's called us to do, we ask that you would join us in some way. Thank you so much for watching this video.